but I do feel like yeah, I feel like it is going to make us walk back the entire time, which means we're going to have to walk 4 minutes into it maybe to get another item. Maybe. Music in here, the constant droning pitch with the occasional sound that comes in. Very eerie. Yeah, by my estimation, we still have another like 2 minutes, 3 minutes before we get back to the door. I wonder if we can say, go home. Okay. Yeah, so I don't have to hold space this whole time. You know what happens if you cheat the game? I have heard... I did see somebody post something on... Maybe it was the Steam discussions? Maybe? It said don't bother trying because it'll wreck your save file and you have to go delete your save file and start over. I don't know how you would go about it. Maybe changing the date on your computer. We did just have daylight savings time though. You know, I didn't do the math, but I wonder if I gained an hour or if we lost an hour even in what we would have gotten credit for with daylight savings time. Lame. You mess with my daily life and my work schedule, that's one thing. You mess with the credit that I get in a game, this means war. End daylight savings time now. That's true. We got these 3 books. That'll take off a lot of time. You get several hours out of the books. At least if the first few books were any indication. Moby Dick, with its like, what, 1,300 pages or something or more? That ticked off a huge chunk. Like we're 2 days and 5 hours in, and that ticked off like a whole half a day or more. Yeah, I found that if you click once on the page over, you just tap enter, which I was able to do that just a little bit faster than clicking. But auto clicker would work too. You gotta be coming up on that door soon. Nothing but us, the white eternal halls, and the sound of our bare feet slapping on the marble floor. Treasure room holds the yellow for your artwork. No, I found yellow. With the Matic. If you don't mind me spoiling it for you, I found yellow with the Matic. I got all the colors already. But only one. The blue one was lapis, but I only got one. I might be able to mine for it in the mine. Oh, still head home. That might be a way to get more of it, but I found one on the ground. Pick it up. 70 coal. We are coal rich, even richer than before. What am I currently missing? I got a lot of wood and I've gotten a lot of moss, so I'm really wondering about how to go about building the bed that he's talking about. And I think that I might need to expand my room more. We've expanded it a little bit, but there were a lot of other things I wanted to go do. So I think what we're gonna do now is go back to the room, light a fire, read the books, take off a bunch of time, and then go back to the spider web, because the spider's been building the web and it only needed a few more hours, and it's already been over an hour. So I think that once we read the books, we'll have passed enough time to check on that spider web and climb up it. Should let us climb, and it'll let us get up to a place we haven't been to yet. We did mess up his original net, his original web. A gift of coal for Dobby. Master has given Dobby a coal. Dobby is free. Maybe. That would be really neat. I didn't necessarily assume that. Like because of the hand-drawn art, I assume the map's the same for everybody and everything, but and the experience might be, but it would be kind of neat if stuff was found in different places or something. The slowest roguelike ever. Next year, when you play it again, it'll be different. Does it take that long? Like it took a while. But like I said, you know, I'm only a couple days in. It took like a day. I'm pretty sure like I found it, it wasn't grown, and I went back and I read the books, and then it was. But if you've already read the books and it's still not grown, that is weird. There is one place, there are like two places with moss near each other, and one place I still can't get the moss. But in the long cave with moss that has like a door in the background that looks like more cave, that takes you, where does that take you to? Like over towards where the entrance to the library is going to be when the water fills up. That area had moss, and I've picked that moss twice already. And I have so much moss, like, I don't remember the count. I think we're up to like almost 10. I feel like we have enough to make the bed. I don't know how much we need, but I haven't really seen an indication of how much we need. The hall that gets all the coal. I don't know if we'll make it to that one in time. Get it, get it. Aw, you didn't get it. Stare at it. Ah. Yeah, so the room with the carvings, if you stand there, it zooms out. The one above where we're at right now, it zooms out, and I took a screenshot, and so I've just kind of got that over here on my left. So I still consider that a legitimate get on my part, instead of looking it up. So I haven't looked up any spoilers, I haven't looked up any wikis, I've just noticed a couple things. Like I said, you know, when I raided another player, I noticed that they found an item in the Hall of Eternity. Yeah, I'll be ready to go back to the spider once we're lower than 18 hours. Maybe even lower. Like, we'll just read all the books. Cole, you're just a little too far back for me to trouble with getting you. Like, the game could be exactly like this for days and days and days, or maybe some cool stuff starts happening. That would be, like, it would be really interesting if, like, the music changes, or if maybe he starts growing more hair on the top of his head. You know, who knows? Like, probably not. But, I know, you know, a lot of things are time locked, like an idle game. But like, what if some stuff just kind of changed and was interesting around the map? That'd be kind of cool. Don't wake, Eternal King. Right. Or he mentions in the book at one point that his birthday will come sooner, so Christmas lights or birthday decorations or something. Okay, so put the black pistol right there. There's the horse head. Sit down and stare at him for a second, see if he says something. Will you talk to the horse? Or are you just gonna be creepy? It's another set of eyes to look at, like you wanted. A hell of a way to pass the time. Okay, let's read a book. Are these in order? I think so. Metamorphoses. 49 pages. Cool and all, but I'm not going to read these out loud over stream. Cool, so that got us down under 18 hours. No review from the shade at the end of it. The Six Swans. It's only 12 pages. Fables 1. 109 pages. Better. Lore book, The Six Swans, or Metamorphosis. It might be. It talked about a king, but I can go back and look at it. Oh, nice. We're under 16 hours now. So these are like Aesop's fables. We don't have another one yet. That one seems to be maybe another like fable. Could be lore. But it's like brothers and family of a king. Hey Strat. No worries. So, oh, you know what? I don't think it would have mattered, but we should have lit a fire when we came in here. Let's try another. We did. We waited for you. We're all learning patience. So let's make one with all 5 colors. Strat picked a couple yesterday. So Optimus, what do you think? Pick one. Or, okay, yeah, like a stained glass. Stay or leave. Interesting. These must be our options. Night versus day. Time 1, 2, 3. Or if it takes a little bit longer, the more colors you use. This is our first. We're using 5 colors. Before we used 3 at most. We found yellow and blue since we found paper. Or we found yellow and blue and then just now found the paper. It might be, and like the spider web seems to take us towards where we would need to go if we wanted to leave. There's quite a bit of cave up there, so I kind of want to explore it and see if there's stuff we can bring back at the very least, if not leave. Like, I don't want to leave yet. Yeah. The Dark Moon. He doesn't think very highly of himself. I guess this was the moon. This was one called like me. How nice of him to just have a recliner or just a soft chair to sit in, possibly given to him by the king initially. Everything else is just hard stone everywhere. Almost done with this one. If you're eventually supposed to make all the artwork before time's up. Might be able to. I think you can make artwork more than once though. If you want to just make a bunch of clowns. Yes, we will put it somewhere special on the wall. No, don't. It's a crab. Move away. Move away. There we go. I want to put it here. Okay, so now we're getting 7 seconds ish. What do we get if we play music? Beautiful. We're getting like 9 seconds. Left and right don't matter. It's only up and down. Oh, click on the menu. Right? Left click lets you play notes. Figured that out just a bit ago when we got the part crossed out in his thoughts book for playing the melody that's been stuck in his head. With the last little bit of this fire, let's use the Matic to expand the room just a little bit more. I'm going to take another quick break because this water's just running through me. We got down to here so far. if you guys are patient and you want to stick around, I'll be right back. Hey. See, I swear I hit the button. Better than yesterday, though, where I went like a good 10 minutes. He should take up whistling. Might make the time pass by a little faster. Whistle when you walk. It's like the left side might not be moving as much. It's just the bottom. It's kind of moving down. So I'm wondering if like... Oh, the left is moving. Does the shade even have a mouth? No, he does, because we see him smile when he sits down in the chair. For a minute there, I had this horrific... Can't even see from my head. For a minute there, I had this horrific image in my head of like the Matrix closed mouth. He has no use for it. He has no need to eat. And yet he can use his nose, and he hates the smell of sulfur. But he doesn't need to eat. But he would like to have some mushrooms in his house. I think I'm seeing a landing here. The stairs have ended and we're at a landing. He doesn't need to speak to others. He just kind of... Maybe he's either speaking to himself or he's thinking and we can see his thoughts. Sorry. I keep realizing my head's in the way. Yeah, so there's like a landing that we're uncovering here. Let's give him another minute and kind of see what that ends up looking like. Guess I could do this. Yeah, there we go. Is it more stairs? He stopped. Is that it? Usematic. The wall is getting harder on the left. I think I should start chipping to the right. Then I think. See how far I will get. Okay, so it's like another... Maybe it's another staircase. Wonder if the bedroom takes a literal hour to mine. So far, this is probably 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, if this is like another staircase, another 10 minutes, maybe it's like a half hour, maybe an hour. What if it's this whole area? Well, I guess we won't worry about all this right now. I mean, I was kind of try to burn the fire down and utilize our bonus. So we'll just wait a little bit longer for that little fizzle to fizzle out. Trying to fire up my battle station. Hydrate. I need a hydrate emote. Right now we have cat emotes. I need more emotes. Isn't there one that like is a universal like water with wings or something like that for hydrating? Streamer chug. Something like that. I need the encouragement. Trying to get away from soda. Ah. Soggy hydrate. It's a good one. Just need one with like my cat and a water bottle. Or just one with me and a water bottle. Okay, the fire's burnt out. Let's head back up here. Nope. I mean, if you want to walk down there, you can. No, he just wants to move back up here. Another one. RPG mana. I mean, that's good too. I think I like that one more. Let me get my mana. I mean, it's not blue, but... Drink purple. Something closer to this. This is interesting though. This is a Sprite, but it's transparent because of the green screen. Sprite, I guess, is still better than like just purple. Just purple. All right, let's go check on the spider. Let's check on him now. Take a few minutes to get up there, but switch ourselves back over. Or we can duplicate. Ah! Yeah, so with the Matic, there's the option to like expand the room, and he talks about in his thoughts that he'd like for his room to be a little bigger. And I feel like that might be what we have to do before we can build the bed, because I don't see any options in the room to build the bed. And we have a bunch of wood that we got from the mines, and we have a bunch of moss that I've harvested. I don't know if we have enough moss, but I just feel like we probably have enough. We have like 10 of both of those. So it's probably next. I have some pretty good copyright-free music, like playlists that I use for various games. But for this one, and we kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday, I thought about it, especially during the really quiet parts, but I think that it kind of goes along with the message, whatever the message is, of the game, of like patience and solitude, to maybe just go with the soundtrack of the game. If viewers are going to put up with the patience that's required to watch this game, they probably put up with the music too. Pretzel? No, YouTube. The music library. Is that what it's called? The YouTube audio library. Just tons of free stuff. You can download the MP3s. Grab that coal. Grab it. Oh, it disappeared under my foot. But yeah, I have like an ambient playlist that's really good with Factorio. I stomped on it. One less friend. And I have a pretty good dark synth one that I use too. But I like them a lot with Factorio. Factorio's soundtrack's okay. It's good too. But that one I don't necessarily mind. I've put several hundred hours into that game. And at that point, I'm okay with playing another soundtrack over it. We started chipping away at this crystal over here on the left, but it started to look like it was going to take like another 10 minutes or more, so I mess with that later. We already have one pink crystal. There's a short on YouTube if you like this video aesthetic, and I know we were talking about Fantastic Planet earlier. Let's see here. Called Double King. If you're not familiar with it, go look up Double King and watch it. You can even watch it alongside watching me if you're like on a device where you can watch two different things. But Double King is so trippy, and its art style is very similar to this one. It's by Felix Colgrave. He does some trippy stuff. I just wish that there was more stuff that moved in this game, because then you'd have more options for things like the snakes that he draws and the bugs and all kinds of stuff. Double King's really fun though. I keep feeling like there's something else that we should be able to like do or see here, but we've already sat here and let it zoom all the way out. This is the second time we've made this journey tonight. Kind of wish that we didn't light the sulfur fire before we got off the stream yesterday, because when we lit it, he had to flee the room and he wanted to run to a random place on the map. And that was fine because you can interrupt that, but you can't go back into your room the whole time that the sulfur fire is burning, and that probably burned for a good 4 hours at least. It still wasn't done burning by the time I went to bed last night, so when I came back, and I mentioned this earlier, but for anyone who's just joined since I mentioned it, when I logged back onto the game, what was that? What was that sound? Hold on a second. Is that just random, or? Make sure. Okay. I guess it's just the sound of coal or something. But anyway, what I was mentioning was I wish that we could have left our shade friend in his comfy chair overnight, because then we could possibly be on day like 396 or 395 by now. This room's interesting too. I kind of get this like MC Escher kind of vibe from it, even though I know you just jump down here or climb up here. There needs to be more hand-drawn art in games. I'll probably pick out some more indie games, like Strat, you know, all those ones that you listed yesterday that have character. Like, I want to pick out more of those. I got probably 3/4 of the way through Cuphead. I need to revisit it and beat it, especially with that DLC that's coming out. Has come out? Is it out already? But yeah, and older games that used hand-drawn styles like Dragon's Lair. I love those games. You got to the train and noped out of it? The train, I did. I looked at a few of them and put a few on my wish list. I need to devote a little bit more time to that tonight because I had some video editing to do yesterday. But yeah. Climb on up. The ghost train. I'm trying to remember if I did the ghost train in Cuphead. I remember I did a clown roller coaster. Or it wasn't the devil. I fought the two guys that kind of fight like Ken and Ryu. That turn into a slot machine. Two frogs, I think. Fought the blimp lady. They're all out of order in my head too. I don't remember what order. But when the DLC comes out, maybe I'll revisit it. I wonder if the DLC is going to be like tacked on to the end, so you still have to like make it to that point. Some interesting sounds in this cave. We're at this turn. Spider's just up ahead. This one, sure. Aside from the fact that it has like a 1 hour battery life. I love the Switch. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Took the Switch with me on my vacation last week to play it on the airplane. Got like maybe an hour out of it. Hour and a half. Had to bring, do I have them on me? I don't. Had to bring like extra charging battery packs with me. But yeah, this wouldn't be bad. I mean, the Switch is great for indie games. It's great for games with 2D art. Anyway, we can climb up this web. Did you get a special power bank just for it? I have one for my cell phone and it works with it. I had to use that. Spider, are you done? Can we climb? Please tell me we can climb. Last time we were here, the shade said it would be a few hours. See ya, Math. Thanks for the follow. Can we climb? Ah, the web's almost finished, but I better wait a little more. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself by destroying this work of art. What's a little more? Let's walk over here to the right. I don't necessarily want to walk all the way down and back up again. What's a little more? A little more could be like another hour. Less than an hour, you think? Maybe the half hour that we have left in this hour. Killing that time without hearing. I'm hearing my cat snoring somewhere. Oh, he's under his scratching post snoring. It's like, what are these noises in the cave? No, it's a cat with with a sniffle. Let's see, did we check? Down was like a dead end, and it was a disappointment. I'm pretty sure we got the same to the right, but let's just wander off to the right and see what's up. Refresh my memory, it's been a while since we've been over here. Worrying about hours, we have 397 days to go. It would be interesting if it gave you the option to leave within like the first couple of days of waiting. Oh, another pink stone. Maybe we'll work on this for a little bit. Give us something to do while we wait for the spider to finish. Oh, we got the pink stone out of this already. I thought we'd be able to like mine it further. I guess not. Never mind. You lose your mind a little bit in the caves. Things you want to do turn into things that you've already done and you don't remember. I think up here's another dead end, but it's been a day, so let's check. Down here was where we initially met the spider by jumping on his web and destroying it. Like a meanie. And that's when he went over to go build the web on the left side. And I think we crawled up in here and got a disappointment. Maybe we just hang out in the super claustrophobic space. While I was editing videos last night and waiting for the sulfur to die down, I had the shade just kind of standing in front of the king. Just standing there, and he sat down on the ground, and he eventually like wondered to himself. Right? It took it. I estimated it probably took like 4 to 6 hours to burn out. Took a long time. I could be wrong, but that's how long it felt like, because I was editing videos and uploading and ready for bed, and like it still wasn't burnt out. It was like smoldering. It looked like it was just smoke. It didn't look like a fire anymore. But he still wouldn't go into his room. So I just left him by the king all night. Or I didn't leave it on. I just closed it and came back. Are you telling me we can't jump down? We gotta go around. You jumped down from higher than that. Can I double click? Yes, I can. He'll walk around. I wonder if this stinky fire has any purpose. Like, I still wonder if walking to a random place is meant to take you somewhere new. And if we just didn't have that happen when we tried it earlier because we didn't have anything new to walk to yet. Because like the first time when I lit the fire, when I lit the sulfur fire, he walked to the place where we had to push a boulder to get water. And it was a place that we had missed. And that would be a great mechanic if it was something that you could trigger in order to get a clue. But I don't know if that's the case. I think we might have gotten lucky. And I'm going to keep wondering that until we try it again. But I don't know if I'm going to make another sulfur fire anytime soon. Alright, we've killed like 5 minutes. Still not ready, then maybe we'll come back after the hour. We left and came back already, Spider Bro.